Okay, hello, g'day. My name is Andrew, and this is a um, this is my work in progress for my final project um, for CS50 X. So I decided to make a Lua 2D game using the Love 2D engine, um, and um, I was inspired by a kind of, I suppose, a little GIF that I saw on the internet in the early days of the social distancing campaign um, uh, for the COVID-19 pandemic. And so I decided to recreate that GIF that I saw, or at least part of it, in Lua. And this is where it's at. So this is the game world that I generated. It consists of a bunch of people, which are each of them is containing a pair of state machines. So they have two state machines each. One state machine is controlling their health status. And so as far as their health status goes, they can be healthy, infected, recovered, or dead. And when their health status changes, their color changes. And they have another state machine which is just controlling their behavior. And at the moment I've only implemented two behaviors. There's walking around randomly, which most of them are doing, and there's not doing anything at all, which all of the dead ones are doing. And yeah, so basically the way it works is that when when a person is in the infected state, they so a couple of things happen. So once they hit the infected state, they start a timer starts up and starts counting down, or counting up rather. And as the timer increases, their their probability of infecting another person increases, and it sort of scales kind of dramatically. I've set it so that it's doubling every day. So it starts at, they have a 3% probability, but then every game day, which is approximately 1 second, depending on the frame rate, which is a bit of a bug. But anyway, so every game day, their probability of infecting doubles. And the way that they infect another person is by bumping into them. And you can actually see the collision detection is a little imperfect and a bit buggy, but basically when two people collide, they sort of kind of bounce off each other or get a new random velocity at least. And so if one of those people, so when they collide, if one of those people, there's a check that takes place, and if one of those people is infected, and the other person is healthy, then the healthy person will get infected at a certain probability. And then once an infection takes place, they move into the infected state and then can start infecting other people. When they're in the infected state, over time, they also, after a certain number of days has passed, each subsequent day, they have a probability of switching into either the dead state or the recovered state. And once they're in the recovered state, they slowly return to health after a certain number of days have passed. And so that's sort of where it's at the moment. I suppose my next goal is to get some interactivity going, because at the moment this is just sort of an artificial life simulation. I'd like to make it a bit more of a game, by making it so that you can control one of these people and yeah, maybe get them to walk around. And I think the other thing is I want to implement a kind of voice mechanic so that if someone else is getting close to the player character, you can shout at them and they'll back away. Just I don't know, because I found that fun in games in the past. But yeah, so this is where my project's at the moment, and yeah.